Sorry about that, guys. I left my trading journal upstairs. I had to get it. All right. Let me add what I'm watching. Actually, no, not AMA. A Matt. There we go. And then was it Amazon? I think it was. CCL, TGT, and then all right. Let's get into it. So I don't trade options as often anymore, but when I see certain setups, I have to try to catch them. This is currently showing one of my favorite setups. This is Carnival Cruise Line, right? So last night I was going through all my tickers and I saw that we came into this gap to kind of like fill it partially, right? And then if you look at your MACD and RSI, where's my RSI? Right here. If you look at your MACD and RSI, you'll see that price, right, is not following what the MACD, Instagram, and RSI are doing. The RSI is basically slanting up, MACD slanting up. We're also green. We haven't crossed the zero line yet. And then, so we're slanting up, and then price is making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? That's divergence. That tells me that something is soon to come. Also, another thing that's making me watch this, right? If you notice, we have earnings coming soon and also price action. We are consolidating right now. Like we're within the body of this long red candle, right? We haven't been able to clear the highs or the lows as yet. So we're just doing this sideways thing right now, moving back up to this yellow trend line. So I'm going to take a trade off of this once we get confirmation that we're going to break out. I'm not really in much of a rush, so we'll see what happens there. And then any significance, we are also riding the 200 moving average. That's what this red line is that you see. So we broke through it and now we're sitting, all this price action right here is sitting on this red line. So that's another reason why I want to watch this area. So that's one. I could see half position being taken on the break and hold above this consolidation here, but we have to be careful that like market makers don't push prices up and then just reverse them back on us to take it down again before making the real move. You have to be careful. So confirmation is like super important. So that's probably not probably, that's one of my A plus setups. Let me see what else I have here. Intuit showing like some really bullish price action right now. We formed a base and then we exploded out of it. I didn't catch the initial move. Like if actually I would have been stopped out if I did. So this breakout here would have given me some profit and then kicked me out of the trade. This currently is showing just like a lot of bullish signs. We have rise in volume, strong price action. We're reclaiming our moving averages. We just reclaimed the 50 and now we're wicking off the 200. So watching that for a potential trade. We shall see what happens. This one I already took some profits on. Well, I caught this move, this explosive move up here. I sold, which I shouldn't have, because this candle isn't screaming anything about like a reversal. Look, barely has a bottom wick, and the top wick there is none. This is telling you like strong buying is going on. So currently, we're kind of like moving sideways, almost like we're flagging. So I want to watch to see what we're gonna do. Early entry would be a break above this indecision and hammer doji here, right? So taking an early position, small size, in hopes that we go up, right? Tap and then break out to the upside if the buying will continue. In terms, let me see what we're doing in terms of volume here. On the daily, on the daily, we don't really have a ton of, it's not really great buying volume to show us that this is a true move back to the upside. So we will have to monitor it closely. This is not the stock I wanted. It was this one, AMAT. Why am I watching AMAT? Oh, I think I just wanted to see what this is gonna do. We printed two, so we have a spin-in top and like a inverted hammer. Not super confident that this one will reverse or not. This is more of a just something I want to watch. I caught this on a breakout from all the way down here a while ago. And then I was gonna try to get a retest entry when we came back down, but I did not catch this. It's almost tapped this line too. It's pretty accurate. Amazon, I'm watching for buying purposes. I was trying to trade this out of this descending wedge, this out of this wedge pattern here. All right, this is from a few days ago, so I am accumulating shares of this. Not super important. This is another one of my number one setups that I'm watching. This thing, target, has bullish divergence, plus the 50 MA is about to be crossed over, which is a good sign. Let's see. So we have some decent volume coming in to show that there's buying going on, right? We tapped off of this trend line twice, so now this is active, right? And then we are basically sitting right on the 50 moving average. We crossed over, we're sitting on it, pushing up against this trend line here. So I anticipate a breakout. I would be willing to take a position here, strong close above $93 for a possible take TP into 99.50. So this is more of a swing hold. So we'll see what happens there, but definitely one of my number one watches. The divergence and the 50 MA crossover is what's given me the conviction that I will trade this. So I'm gonna move this up next to Carnival. BBY, did I do this yet? I have not. This I'm watching due to the spinning top that was created. This little green candle here with the top and bottom looks like a spinning top. When these show up at support, they're usually a sign that the selling momentum is dying out and that there could be a possible price reversal. I wish it had occurred like down below here, like this candle happened somewhere down here. That would give me a little bit more conviction, but it's not going to stop me from watching it. That's basically all I'm really looking at for this. Not a high conviction play, so that stays down here. Lily. Lily's been on a tear, right? We're basically pulling back right now. This is a pretty significant move. Like look, this thing barely took a breath before it got up here. So this is more of a pullback retest type of entry. And seeing as how the stock is so strong, I'm definitely okay with it. I'm also watching that the the volume to take the stock higher, right? And the volume on the pullback slightly different. It's lighter. So if we can get if we can get back to either this 4 hour fair value gap here, or we can tap this low, like these lows right here, and have a market structure shift. So from lower highs, lower lows to higher highs, higher lows, then I would look to take this long. But we have to take liquidity first from somewhere, whether it's under one of these lows, this one. I don't want to jump into the trade unless I see liquidity being taken. This is basically a bearish structure that we're looking at right here. Like if you go down to a lower time frame, the hourly, you'll see, oops, what the hell is this? Anyway, so you'll see that, so we made a low, right? High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, so on and so forth. So if this is a this would be a lower low. We need to see price do something like that, create a higher high. That would be your market structure shift, possibly retest to jump higher. Those are the best setups I see right now for options. Target, Carnival Cruise Lines, Lily, and Chipotle. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the only 4 that I'm gonna pay strict attention to see if I can catch a trade off of them. That's pretty much it for the options watch. Let's see. I got into a gold trade. I'm down 13 ticks on this bad boy, and that's just out of the little descending wedge, fallen wedge that we saw. Who knows if it'll actually work. This isn't a long hold for me. It's more of a scalp. It was up 16 ticks, but now I'm down 20, 21, 23 ticks. Okay.